You're in first place and Arnold Neveling in second place. 0.3 seconds between Arnold Neveling second and Wesley Veit third. But you don't need to look at it in numbers. You just look out there, the spectators here at South Garda. Those of you watching on the television screen can see how close this battle is. About 2-3 car lengths. There's the race leader, Wesley Orr. Wesley Orr going further and further in front. Arnold Neveling, a delight for spectators and commentators on a sunny day, because the white livery of the kart and the white racing overalls, sorry, the yellow livery of the kart, yellow racing overalls, very, very easy to pick out. 615, Wesley Orr with that very serious style. Look how he crouches over the steering wheel, head down, total concentration, not looking over his shoulder either right or left, not terribly interested what he sees behind him. Tell you what he sees in front of him, empty track. Wesley Orr, a lead of, let me see, 5.28 seconds. 5.28 seconds on the last occasion they came over the start-finish line. Let's have a look what we post on the next visit over the start-finish line. Here he comes into the triple hairpin complex. 615, Wesley Orr. And kart number 617 with the red racing overalls is Dennis Ladfoged of Denmark. Dennis Ladfoged very disappointed to be down in 14th place. A better driver than that would suggest. But here comes the race leader, Wesley Orr. Well, Wesley Orr's times have been impressive, haven't they? Because 44.56, 44.68, 44.72 and 44.52 the last one. His best time so far, 44.49. He does hold the fastest lap. He's making a very impressive debut for CRG Italy here at South Garda Karting. 615, Wesley Orr won his first world title in January of 2005. That was for the January 2005. That was for the 2004 season. Won that at the Canary Islands, Lanzarote, and retained a title when we next raced in Malaysia, November of last year. Also picked up a third Rotax world title. Had some battle royals with the other South African world champion Cristiano Magado, now moved into Formula Ford and now Formula 3, but still occasionally races with us. Yet another South African is Arnold Neveling, and here he is leading Wesley Veit. Wesley Veit of Belgium third, Arnold Neveling of South Africa in the yellow livery in second place. Well, I have to say, when he had that little off this morning, my worry was that he'd done some damage to himself or the kart. It was also a little bit troubled for our camera, but camera, kart and Arnold himself all relatively undamaged. 5 laps to go, 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Arnold Neveling gets his head down, Wesley Veit tracking him. The television picture just foreshortens the distance. That's a more accurate picture of the distance between them. Arnold Neveling in a relatively, and I use the word advisedly, a relatively comfortable second place, but Wesley Orr 7.5 seconds in front of the field. So we're in the final third of the race, and indeed we're in the final quarter of the race now. 619 is Wesley Veit, the multicoloured helmet. Wesley Veit of Belgium. That is a colourful helmet, isn't it? The overall appearance just a little bit darker than the yellow livery of Arnold Neveling's kart. Wesley Orr already gone through to start his next lap. There's the start-finish line for second and third. Wesley Orr now 8 seconds in front of Arnold Neveling, but the the distance in time of Arnold Neveling over Wesley Veit, 0.25. Oh, and Wesley Veit goes through. Is that Wesley Veit going through as I'm reading it? Yes. As I take my eyes off the screen to have a look at the chart, Wesley Veit goes through. Well, Wesley Veit had been threatening to take second place off Arnold Neveling. There it is happening. Kart number 619, Wesley Veit looks over his shoulder as if to say, hey mate, I've just gone past you and you're going to have to stay there in third place. Well, Arnold Neveling will have plenty to say about that. We have 3 laps remaining, 3.5 laps remaining. Well, here comes the start-finish line, and Wesley Orr's lead this time is up to 9 seconds. So Wesley Orr leads from Wesley Veit by a margin of 9 seconds, and Arnold Neveling ever so slightly detached from Wesley Veit, because there's 0.5 of a second between those two. Ben George still running 4th, Alvaro Guerrero 5th, Rui Vieira 6th, Miltos Kirkos 7th, Jerry Hargitay of Hungary 8th, Carlo Maria Castiglione here in Italy 9th, and another Italian, Claudio Galvanin, completing the top 10. Well, Kart 615, and Wesley Orr gives himself 2 laps to go, gives himself the luxury of a glance over his right shoulder. He's barely looked over his shoulder, but what does Wesley see? Well, the answer is he sees people 9.5 seconds behind him, and really with 2 laps to go, 1.5 laps to go now for Wesley Orr, it's a case of Wesley is going to have to lose this one by a driver mistake or by mechanical defect. You just cannot see either of those things happening, but I'm not going to put the commentator's curse. I mustn't do that. This is the battle for second place on screen, coming onto the back straight. Wesley Veit in second place, Arnold Neveling in third place. Kart number 620 come by. Last lap is started. Last lap, Wesley Orr starts his last lap, having lapped Olivo Yannick of Germany. 620 was Olivo Yannick of Germany. He's been lapped by the race leader. And here is the second place man, Wesley Veit. Wesley Orr in shot now, moving out onto his final lap, and inclines his head leftwards a little bit, just going with the G-forces. Here he is, 3 times the world champion, inclines his head again. Just a little bit of a hint of fatigue dropping in now with Wesley Orr, but it doesn't matter, he doesn't have to push this one. He looks again over at the rest of the field. Here he is coming into the final triple hairpin complex. Wesley Orr, 1 more bend to go. Here he is, the 90 degree, the 180 degree turn, and the checkered flag comes out for the winner, Wesley Orr. Wesley of South Africa. Second, Wesley Veit, arm in the air, he's happy with second. Arnold Neveling slightly disappointed with the third place, I would suggest. Arnold Neveling third. Ben George finishes in 4th place. Alvaro Guerrero comes through home in 5th place. And the battle for 6, hey, that was a good dice. Rui Vieira comes home in 6th place. Rui from Portugal. Miltos Kirkos from Greece is 7th. Carlo Maria Castiglione is 8th. Jerry Hargitay of Hungary split the Italians at the end for 9th place. And Claudio Galvanin completed the top 10. But the DD2 final has been won by the 3 times Rotax world champion Wesley Orr in kart number 615. Second in kart number 619 from Belgium is Wesley Veit, and in third place, also from South Africa, another South African teenager, Arnold Neveling. So that's your 1, 2, 3. Fourth was Ben George from Austria. 5th, Alvaro Guerrero of Andorra. 6th, Rui Vieira of Portugal. 7th, Miltos Kirkos of Greece. 8th, Carlo Maria Castiglione of Italy. 9th, Jerry Hargitay of Hungary. And completing the top 10, it was Claudio Galvanin of Italy. Just outside the top 10, Pedro Lores of Portugal.